Hi guys, welcome back to Graveyard Sisters, and this is part 2 of Hamilton Old Parish Church Graveyard. And what a lovely evening it has turned out to be for this lovely walk around this ancient old graveyard. So if you watched part 1, you will have heard me explain that this is the old parish church of Hamilton, and it's 275 years old, and it has been in use since about 1732, and it was previously used by the Dukes of Hamilton, and it was also a bit further down in Hamilton, and then it got moved to here. And this is architecture of, I think it's a famous architect called William Adam, and I'm not very familiar of his work, but it is a very interesting old building, and every grave that you're seeing here are, you know, from the 1800s and 1700s. There's nothing new, there's nothing early to read. So we're going to go around the other side on this part, and we're going to have a look at some of the old stones here. I hope you are all well. Thank you very much for your ongoing support for Graveyard Sisters. We are blown away with the support that we've had since we've started this channel, and I think we're only 3 months old, so I think we're doing quite well. It's been really good. It's been amazing to just, you know, delve into history and learn things that you just didn't know, people you didn't know existed. It's truly fascinating. It's amazing. It's just a shame there's a road right beside it. Kind of takes the peacefulness away. And again, Leslie, that doesn't stop talking, doesn't even want to disturb the peace. I just want to let you feel how calm it is in here. It's so peaceful and serene, as I said in part 1. So let's go and look at some of these graves and see what we can see. Not everything's illegible, as I said, it's very old in here, but what we can read I'm going to share with you. So this is Mary Ann McCulloch, daughter of, I'm not sure, somebody McCulloch. Barbara, died June 1797, aged 2 years and 9 months. Just a little baby again. Got quite a good subscription, we can see this. So this is in memory of John Naismith, who died the 11th of I think it's November, I think that's 18 something, aged maybe 84, Elizabeth. His wife, who died 11th of February 1857, aged 82 maybe. Mary Naismith, their daughter, who died 1801, aged, I think that might be 6. Janet Smith, wife of James Naismith of Bothwell Bank, and she died 1838, maybe age 37. Also in memory of James Naismith, born the 28th of August, died April the 10th, I think that's 1840 something. So it's quite, you know, it's old and it's huge. Still in good condition, considering it's not sheltered, so it's obviously, you know, getting a lot of the weather, but yeah, it's in good condition. And this is another 17 one, but I can't really. On the other side, look, we have a symbol to say what this represents what this person done in their life. So, illegible, 1807 down there, that's all I can see. This has really caught my eye, but I think there's nothing on it. It is quite sad. It's absolutely huge. It's the sun coming now, how big that is, and you know, the intricate detail at the time. And then here would have been something, but you can't read any of that, I'm afraid. It's weathered. See what's catching my eye for yous. To the memory of Elizabeth, daughter of John Russell, who died 1855, aged 1. Little Elizabeth, aged 1 years of age. Not sure what that is. This one looks a bit better. Maybe erected by Elizabeth Hune, in memory of her husband James Pringle, who died March 1801, aged something year 4. 19-year-old, 25-year-old. A chair. Don't know what that's doing there. Just keep going down here, guys. It's very humid today. Nearly at the end of July, and we haven't had, I don't think we've had 2 days the same. We've just not really had much of a summer. I think it's been like that mostly the UK. So I hope wherever yous are having better weather again than us. I feel robbed of summer, but so this is Alex, Patrick and Marion Marshall, and then we have a wee 1796 down there. I'm not going to try and read that because I just won't be able to. I'll go down this back here. It is a beautiful old church. Beautiful. Let's see what we can see. Beautiful church, beautiful graveyard. I suppose time's just not really been good to a lot of it, but that is the process and the passage of time, I suppose, guys. So I'm not sure, is this here? This is like a table, like a tomb top. So this is like a crypt maybe, or no, I think we're just looking again at, yeah, just maybe like a tabletop tomb again, but I'm going to have a little, just in case there's something to see. I've got wet legs, guys. I don't think there's anything in there. I think that's just built up on bricks underneath. Sorry, something's fell out of my bag. Right, let's go. Oh, I've got very soggy knees now, look, guys. Oh dear. Oh well. Ground's still very wet. Let's go and look over at some of these ones over here. So down here's the gate that it's locked, and I thought that you couldn't get in here, and I did email them at this place to ask, and they never got back to me, and I used to think, well, I'm never going to get in, and then I found there was a different entrance. So let's have a look here. So we have, this is the burial ground of Mr. Jai Purdy and family only, erected, and then that's no date on that. Very old, very old. I'm not really seeing much here. So we have, I do see a 1745 there. Let's see if there's anything down here on this one. There's like a family crest here. There's like a G, but that's just, you can't read a thing. Shame. And then we'll go round to the front and we'll have a look at the front of this beautiful entrance. See, unfortunately it's not open for me to go in and have a look. Beautiful building, guys. And again, I'll link any information that I have in the description box underneath. So let's go around here. This, I mean, I've already been down at this part in my first video, but I haven't looked at these graves here over the side, so we're going to come over here. Beautiful Again, a beautiful big memorial and star in memory of Margaret Reed, his wife, who died October 1849, age 54. And then it's just gone. Very old, very old. Let's see what this one says, because this seems quite legible. This is just John Summers, 1800s. Erected by James Peyton in memory of Agnes MacLeod, his wife, who died the 1st of June 1827, aged 26, and then James, and he died 1849, aged 63 years. Very old stone. Beautiful, but so we'll go back round to the other side. More tombs down here that we could maybe look at too. Not sure what's going on here. Tree maybe been cut down here. There's more down here to look at as well, so I said I was going to do the other side, but now I find myself back over here, back over at this side. There's just so much to look at, guys. I'm a bit overwhelmed. Look at this. 1838. It's leaning all the way over to the one side. It's just going to fall one day. It's going to go one day. These are just knocked over again, a lot of tabletop tombs. But I know that reading the ones up at the top, they're not very legible here. This grave is so weathered. I've never seen this before, look. It's so old, it's so weathered. It's got holes in it. Wow. Erected by Alexander Prentice, and then look how, look, right round to the other side we have holes in it. So old. This is the designated burying place of Thomas. I think it might be, I'm not sure, a gem. His spouse and their children, and that's 1779. And then we have this one here. Beautiful, look. 1847. Old. Let's see, it has some writing on it, so we will go and read it. And this is sacred to the memory of James Miller, who died the 4th of June 1847, age 55. Also James Miller, who died, and then obviously that's quite illegible, and William Miller, and then again illegible, but beautiful, very beautiful. And I mean, they must have had a lot of money to erect this back in the day. And then down here, I've got a little bit in here, look. Again, another memorial, nothing. To the memorial of William Douglas Esquire, who died, I think that's 1829, aged something, in Helen, infant daughter who died 1829. That's not a mausoleum, guys. I've looked in it before. It's just been used for storage. There's a wheelbarrow in there. Not sure if it was ever a mausoleum, but we could have a wee look anyway, couldn't we? It wouldn't hurt. It wouldn't hurt. And this is the gates that I thought that I couldn't get into, but yeah. So this is interesting because, I mean, obviously it's used for storage now, but I mean, I don't think that was built for storage back in the day, but was it a mausoleum maybe at one point? So we'll go back over here as promised. We get there eventually. Get away from the road. There's a van behind the workman. Just watch my step, it's very uneven. I'm going to see what this one says. So that is a 1790 something, but erected by Walter Cowens in memory of his wife Margaret Young, who died the 26th of January 1844, aged 40, and their daughter Margaret, who died the 29th of April 1835, aged 16 months. And then Walter died the 9th of March 1859, and then Mary. Lovely memorial on the wall. Tabletop tints. It's that black colour again, but I can't work out why it's black. Legible again though, I'm afraid. Well, we have a John Smellie. We found William Smellie, the doctor in Lanark, but I don't think that by relation. 1783 maybe. Just keep going. Back over here. This bit here, over here. A wee 1825, guys. This is huge. And it's here lieth, I'm sure, maybe the remains of Lieutenant Colonel. So it's a Lieutenant Colonel, I think. And it's just so sad that I can't actually see who, after India Company, died at Burnbank, and that's 1791. Sad that you can't really see it. Then another one, legible. (1850) James Errol. Thomas Patterson and Mary. 1840. We've got a little path here. So my video, very first video that I done in here. So here we are, the Covenanters Memorial, and we have already covered this. But we'll do a little bit more on it because it is such an interesting subject, and it is a very fascinating grave site, and it caught me by surprise the day I came in. I didn't expect that there would be a historian in here, you know, giving a little history lesson to a lot of American tourists about the Covenanters and the grave. So I was really pleased to be able to film that, share it with you, but I didn't get a chance to do much else that day in here, apart from slipping a gravestone, which I said in part 1. So we'll go back over. So this is the little pathway, and we'll just look at some of these as we go along. In memory of John Naismith of Drumlock, who died the 12th of May 1810, aged 83 years, and John, his eldest son, who died the 14th of February 1815. Erected to the memory of, is it Nancy Thompson, late spouse of John Thomas? And then all I can really see is in 1820, who died June the 26th, age 1, is Elizabeth Thomas, 1820, age 1. And up here, 1855, John Thompson, died the 21st of December, age 81 years. It's a lovely big memorial. Right, so we'll go back along again and we'll have another look at this interesting gravesite, because it is so fascinating, so steeped in history. Get this little one under here, look. Erected by Robert Downey in memory of his wife and parents. This is the burying place of something Steele and his family. 18 something anyway. And again, that's us back over at this Covenanters Memorial. And this is the offending tombstone that I slipped on. When I was looking at the memorial, I turned round, I slipped on there, slipped on my bum, my phone cracked. Luckily it didn't break, but it cracked off the side of this fellow here. And I'm just lying on this tombstone thinking, I'm just glad no one's seen me. That was the only thing I could think, you know. Yeah, this is so fascinating. Look at this. I mean, who wouldn't be fascinated by coming to see this again? So I'm going to read this out again, just for anybody that's not watched my video. So at Hamilton lie the heads of John Parker, Gavin Hamilton, James Hamilton and Christopher Strang, who suffered at Edinburgh 1666. Stay, passenger, take notice. What thou readst at Edinburgh lie our bodies. Here our heads. Our right hand stood at Lanark. These we want, because with them we swear the covenant. It's amazing. Particularly heavy government repression in the southwest of Scotland left many small communities destitute, which sparked off a Covenanting rebellion, which was defeated at Rurin Green in the Lothians. So there's Covenanter graves, you know, they're all over Scotland, and the Covenanters were very, very historic. They didn't want to, you know, bow down to the rule of the Stuart kings in England. They were like, no, we're going to do it our way. And they didn't give up, and they all got killed. I mean, they were, well, most of them, you know, bloody battles. It was bloody battles I can't even get my head round. You know, it's not like that living here nowadays. So yeah, again, and here's the 4 effigies, and I'm not going to slip this time. It's just amazing to see, isn't it? But yeah. So I'm going to go over here, because there is another part that I didn't cover. And this is also another Covenanters memorial. Oh, and that's me falling again. And that's like the symbol of the Covenanters there. So under, this is very difficult to read, under the knoll, indicated by 3 pine trees, lie 2 others of the name of Smith, belonging to Ernoch, and a man whose name has not been handed down. They had fought in the ranks of Covenanting army at Bothwell Bridge, Sunday the 22nd of June 1673, or 8 or 5, not sure. And the retreat that reacted, the upper part of, I'm sorry, I just, when they were overtaken by royal soldiers killed upon this spot. So again, it's another Covenanters grave, and if you've seen my St Ninian's video, we also covered the Covenanters in there too, which was all new to me history wise. I had heard of the Covenanters, but I wasn't that really clued up in history, so I'm just learning as I go along. I'm definitely not a teacher, so I do apologise for my absolute shoddy take on history, but again, I'll link things in the description box for you to actually go and read it yourself, and you know, if it's interest to you. Another wee old one here, and then another old one here. So this is the burying place of James Rowett and his family, 1783. And a very old one here. This is the burial place of Robert Finlay, 1730, guys. So it's so old. And it looks like it's going to come down the rain in buckets as usual on my head, as usual, guys. But I hope you've enjoyed my little tour of this place. It is so fascinating and old, and I've really enjoyed sharing it with you. So I hope you are all well. I hope you are all good. I hope life's been kind to every one of you. You have helped our channel grow so much with all your support. Tony and Serenity Sue, grave visitations. Now I hate to say this, but I hate trying to say this in case I've said it wrong. Trickling? Is that the way? Is that how I say your channel? Probably not. Jono's Graveyard Visits, Miles Paranormal. Thank you so much, and I'm sorry if I've not mentioned you all here off the top of my head, but just thank you for everyone who's tuned in and put up with my shenanigans. I'm just so pleased that I can do something that I enjoy and share it with people, something that I've got a passion about, and then share it with other people who have got a passion for the same thing. You know, we're not weird, it's not creepy, it's called history. So on this little take on Leslie's history tour of Hamilton Parish Church, I'm going to leave it here, guys. Thank you so much, each and every one of yous. Take care, guys. Have an awesome weekend, and I'll catch up with you all soon. Bye.